The year is 1997, Bill Clinton is still the president, Mike Tyson kisses a dude's ear clean off, and the Nintendo 64 releases at a starting price of $160. But picture this, okay, you're a little kid in elementary. The people around your age are not studying or playing chess like a bunch of nerds. No, chances are they're playing Pokemon. If you couldn't tell, the moment the original Pokemon games were released, it was essentially an all-out war. People scoured the globe for any Pokemon merch. The games sold out more faster than the employees were trying to stock them. It was pure chaos.
The price of the packs to go from about $2.99 all the way up to currently at about $6.99.
In just a month?
Less than a month. About a week and a half to 2 weeks.
Now, would I be lying if I said I never participated in any of this? Of course, words can't describe how much Pokemon I used to play back in the day. I played on that Game Boy Color where you could never play it during the night because the screen was so dim. I religiously collected Pokemon cards and traded them to my heart's content until one fateful day, I had them stolen from me. I cried in the bathroom stall for so long, the principal barged in and forced me out. It wasn't a pretty picture, but there was one thing no 7-year-old child could steal from me, and that was hours of watching my favorite childhood Japanese show. This show slapped. You can't look at me in the eye and say you weren't excited to see Pokemon on your fat CRT television when you got home from school every day. Before people wanted to become social media dancers, people wanted to become Pokemon trainers, my guy. Trends changed, I understand, but there was something innocent about putting your favorite childhood show on a golden mantle and calling it the best show.
Are you really not going to address Yu-Gi-Oh? What about Bakugan or Digimon, you self-centered buffoon?
To be real with you guys, I'm pretty dumb. Pokemon was the first Japanese show to appeal to me because it was the easiest for my underdeveloped 7-year-old brain to comprehend. Pokemon was my gateway to anime. Western shows back then were pretty cool too. They were all distinct in their own matter. But what these Western shows lacked was long-term retention. Western shows rarely offer more than just the show themselves. Sure, they might throw out some merchandise or some Adobe Flash game, but that's all you really got. These poopy Flash games to a child was pure crack cocaine. We loved this kind of stuff. But honestly, will you catch me playing Ed and Eddie Food Fight for more than 3 hours? Big fat no. Pokemon on the other hand had full-fledged AAA games, trading cards, a Pikachu for literally every passing season, Big Pikachu, Little Pikachu, Wide Pikachu. If you were a Pokemon fan back in the day, you were eating that stuff right up, and Nintendo would come back and say, nah, that was just the appetizer. Many people didn't know this, but the very first Pokemon anime was released before the actual video game. When you watch the original series, you're basically watching some kid live out the dream for you. And in case you're wondering, yes, I'm about to summarize the plot of Pokemon. The story follows Ash Ketchum, who wants to fulfill his dream of becoming a Pokemon master by rising up the ranks to eventually being named the Pokemon League champion. However, there was one stopping force, and that was Gary Mother Trucking Oak. Gary is Ash's rival. He had the better chip on his shoulder, he had better Pokemon, and he had a harem of girls. That's right, this guy created the harem anime genre by himself. Did I say Ash had only one stopping force? Sorry, I meant 2. Meet Professor Oak, the professor in charge of bestowing Ash one of the 3 available Pokemon for that region, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander. And that's it, that's all he had to do. Nothing can go wrong from here, right? Professor Oak, having none of the Pokemon available to give him, scrummages around his dusty boxes and gives him this, called a Pikachu. A little plump around the edges, but a Pikachu nonetheless. Pikachu hated Ash. He always fought back no matter what demand Ash gave him. That's right, Pikachu created the tsundere category. Everything changed for the better when a bunch of magpies harass them, Ash saves them, and now they're just vibing. They later meet Misty and Brock. Brock is pretty chill, he simps on girls from time to time, and makes some pretty good jelly-filled donuts. Hey, what's up guys, it's me from the future. So I honestly thought that these were jelly-filled donuts. Not like American ones, but I thought they were like some mystical jelly-filled donut from Japan. In my like 10-year-old brain, I was like, where can I buy this mystical Japanese donut? I would like to buy your entire stock. And Misty is just Misty, I guess. When I watched this show as a kid, every episode felt valuable to me, like something of worth can be gained if you simply just sat around and watched. Even as I'm older and going through a Pokemon nostalgic power trip, although most of the original series has a scary amount of filler, I've never became disinterested in what these three were doing, to the point where when they went their separate ways, it hit different. When I watched this for the first time as a little kid, I cried like a little soy boy, but rewatching it as a full-grown adult, I was happy. As kids, we were sad because the journey was over, but something that we don't realize until we're much older is that the memories no longer make it a sad situation. The journey may be over, but look at all the cool stuff we did along the way. You can take the journey away, but not the memories that will be with us forever. When season 1 ended, so did my enjoyment of Pokemon. Why? I don't know, I just grew up. As the trend of Pokemon slowly became more stable, so did my interest with the franchise. I legitimately thought that my Pokemon phase was over. Just when I thought all my interest in Pokemon was lost, Nintendo was like, dude, I told you this was the appetizer. Here's the main course. I will gladly die on this hill. Pokemon Sun and Moon? A chef's kiss. The Sun and Moon anime revitalized my interest in Pokemon again. The anime was so simple yet so colorful and vibrant. Fights were engaging. Characters reflected the tropical atmosphere so well in terms of personality and design. You don't look at this guy and say, I think this guy likes water Pokemon? Long story short, I felt like a kid again. It recaptured my enjoyment of Pokemon, and I was riding that enjoyment like no tomorrow. And yes, at the age of 24, this is still the longest anime I've watched. Don't get me started on the video game. It strayed ever so slightly from the traditional Pokemon framework we're used to seeing. Gone were the 8 gyms, but now you had to defeat the island kahuna on each of the respected islands. When you become the Pokemon champion, the game doesn't technically end, but now you have to defend your title against other opponents who want your throne. It wasn't everybody's favorite, but its anime coupled with the video game was certainly a new experience for any new or seasonal Pokemon player. So you might be wondering the state of my Pokemon midlife crisis. Are you still really into Pokemon? Well, I bought Shield on the day it released. That's about it. I just bought it. I still haven't played it yet. When Pokemon shifted all its attention to the newest series, Sword and Shield, I just didn't care anymore. As the days get more and more packed with scheduled events and our lives in general get more and more busy, finding the time to enjoy the small things simply just gets harder to do. Just like time itself, Pokemon doesn't wait for anybody. It's a multi-million-dollar conglomerate corporation always having the time to make more and more content. And as they make more games and continue making more anime, it just keeps piling up to the point where you just sort of give up. I know that to many, Sword and Shield is a special game, but one thing's for certain, it's an investment that I'm not ready to give a lot of time into. When you love a series so much, you'll realize that your enjoyment as time goes on comes in minor waves. A good game series is like that one anime where you know it's good, but you're saving it for a special occasion. Perhaps I will touch it one day. Maybe I'll go the rest of my life not even touching it. We may never know. And that's about it. I had a lot of fun making this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Also, I gotta talk to you guys about something. What's this? Bring your parents in. Explain this right now. You came all the way to the very end and you're still not subscribed yet? Unacceptable. We gotta pump up these numbers right now. But tune in next week where I talk about my very strange addiction. Oh, I'm not ready for this. Subscribe here, watch a video over here. They'll be here somewhere. Bye.